Using option files. Most MySQL programs can read the startup options from option files, sometimes called configuration files. Option files provide a convenient way to specify commonly used options so that they need not to be entered on the command line each time you run a program. To determine whether a program reads option files, invoke it with the ~help option. For the MySQL use the ~verbose and the ~help. If the program reads option files, the help message indicates which files it looks for and which option groups it recognizes. So we can just open this terminal here, or let's go for the MySQL terminal and you just type help. So it's gonna be MySQL command line, and then we're gonna type in our password. We're typing our password, and you just type in help, and this is gonna get us all these list of commands. So we have that. MySQL program is started with the ~no-defaults option, reads no option files other than that my_login.cnf. A server started with the persistent global slow system variable disabled does not read MySQL d-auto.cnf. Many option files are plain text files created using any text editor. The exceptions are the .mylogin.cnf file that contains login path options. This is an encrypted file created by MySQL_config_editor utility. We can check out the section, the MySQL config editor, MySQL configuration utility. A login path is an option group that permits only certain options: the host, the user, the password, the port, and the socket. Client programs specify which login path to read from .mylogin.cnf using the ~login-path option. To specify an alternative login path file name, set the MySQL_test_login_file environment variables. This variable is used by the MySQL-test-run.pl testing utility, but also is recognized by MySQL_config_editor and by the MySQL clients such as MySQL and MySQL admin and so forth. We have the MySQL d-auto.cnf file in the data directory. This JSON format file contains persisted system variable settings. It is created by the server upon execution of setPersist or setPersist only statements, and we can check out the persisted system variables. Management of MySQL d-auto.cnf should be left to the server and not performed manually. We also have option file processing order, option file syntax, option file inclusions. Here we have the option file processing order. MySQL looks for option files in the order described in the following discussion and reads any that exist. If an option file you want to use does not exist, create it using the appropriate method as just discussed. So for information, we can check out this link, the configuration of the NDB cluster. On Windows, we have the MySQL programs read the startup option from the file shown in the following table in the specified order. Files listed first are read first, files read later take precedence. So here we have the option files read on Windows systems. So here in this column we have the file name, and the second column we have the purpose. So we have the percentage sign, then winder percentage sign / my.ini. This is global options. We have the percentage sign winder percentage sign / my.cnf. Then we are using the command prompt. So if we go here, we are using the MySQL command line, but if you go into this plus sign, you can click here. Okay, we can close it, but you can click here, and then and this icon, and you can choose from the window PowerShell. You can use the CMD, the command prompt, and also you have Azure Cloud Shell. So we have that. Here for the command prompt we have the c:\my.ini comma, and then we have again the c:\my.cnf global options. We have the base there, base directory is /my.ini. Then we have the base directory /my.cnf global options. Default -extra -file, the file is specified with the double hyphen, defaults -extra -file if any. We have the %sign app data %sign /mysql /that/mylogin.cnf, that is the login path options, clients only. Then we have the data there, data directory /mysqld-auto.cnf, system variables persisted with set persist or set persist only, server only. In the preceding table we have the %sign, the Windows directory %sign represents the location of your Windows directory. This is commonly in Windows. Use the following command to determine the exact location from the value of the Windows directory or the Windows environment variables. So we can use the command prompt for this. We're going to choose this one, the second one, the command prompt. Just click it and let's make it bigger, and we can just type in echo and then %sign and then Windows or just win and then directory there, Windows, like this. And here we have Windows, so we have that. We also have the %sign app data %sign. We can use it, so it's gonna be echo and then it's gonna be inside of the %sign we're gonna have the app data like this. Okay, app data, and it's gonna be here in this path. So we have that. Okay, so the app data inside of the %sign represents the value of the Windows application data directory. Use the following command to determine its exact location from the value of the app data environment variable. So we already saw that. Now we are seeing the base directory, or the base there represents the MySQL base installation directory when MySQL 8.0 has been installed using MySQL installer. This is typically c:\program there /MySQL server 8.0, in which program there represents the program directory, usually program files for English language versions of Windows. And we can check out the MySQL installer for Windows. Although MySQL installer places most files under the program there, it installs my.ini under the c:\program data /MySQL server 8.0 directory by default. So we're gonna see that. Let's try it out right now. So I'm gonna cd double that, so, and I'm gonna clear it with cls. So what I'm gonna do right now is, oops, no, not ls, directory. You have to type in there like this. And let me see, we need to go into the program. So we are gonna type in cd space and then just pro and then tab, and we're gonna have program files, program data. So I'm just typing the tab keyboard a couple of times. So I'm gonna get, it's gonna be program data. Okay, so it's gonna be program data, so that's fine. I can just press enter, and now I'm gonna look for my, if I type in there again, it's gonna see MySQL. So again, it's gonna be cd and then MySQL like this. Okay, so we can type in again there, and we are gonna see we are inside of MySQL, and we are seeing MySQL installer for Windows and then MySQL server. So we can just type in my and then just press tab again, and this one server for, okay, server MySQL server 8.0. so we have that. Data there represents the MySQL data directory as used to find MySQL d-auto.cnf It's the full value is the data directory location build, and when MySQL was compiled, but can be changed by the double hyphen data there specified as an option hyphen file or command hyphen line option process before the MySQL hyphen auto.cnf process. On Unix and Unix-like system, MySQL programs read startup options from the files shown in the following table in the specified order. Files listed first are read first, and files read later take precedence. So on Unix platforms, we have that the MySQL ignores the configuration files that are world writable. This is intentional as a security measure. So, and this is for the options files on Unix and Unix-like systems, so you can check out that. What else do we have here? We have in the preceding table we have the tilde. This symbol here represents the current user's home directory, the value of the $home. Okay, sysconfig directory, so system configuration directory, sysconf directory represents the directory specified with the sysconf there option to the CMake when the MySQL was built. By default, this is the etc directory located under the compile-n installation directory. We have the MySQL_home is an environment variable containing the path to the directory in which the server specific my.cnf file resides. If MySQL_home is not set and you start the server using the MySQLd_save program, MySQLd_save sets it to the base there, the MySQL base installation directory. So we have the data there, or the data directory represents the MySQL data directory as used to find the MySQLd-auto.cnf. Its default value is the data directory location build, and when the MySQL was compiled but can be changed by the double hyphen data there specified as an option file or command line option process before the MySQLd-auto.cnf is processed. If multiple instances of a given option are found, the last instance takes precedence with one exception. For MySQLd, the first instance of the double hyphen user option is used as a security precaution to prevent a user specified in an option file from being overwritten on the command line. And here we have option file syntax. The following description of option file syntax applies to the files that you edit manually. This excludes the .mylogin.cnf, which is created using MySQL_config_edit and is encrypted in MySQLd-auto.cnf, which the server creates in JSON format. Any long option that may be given on the command line when running a MySQL program can be given in an option file as well. To get the list of available options for a program, run it with the $help option. For MySQL, we can use that, we already see that. The syntax for specifying options in an option file is similar to command line syntax, and you can check out this link. However, in an option file, you omit the leading two dashes from the option name and you specify only one option per line. For example, $quick and $host equal localhost on the command line should be specified as quick and host equal localhost on separate lines in an option file. To specify an option of the form, we have the $loose-up_name in an option file. Write as loose-up_name, so without these double hyphens first or double dashes. Empty lines in option files are ignored. And empty lines can take any of the following forms. So we have the pound sign or the number sign comma, then we have the semicolon comment. Comment lines start with the number sign or the semicolon. Okay, so a number sign comment can start in the middle of a line as well. Here we have the group. Group is the name of the program or group for which you want to set options. After a group line, any option setting lines apply to the name group until the end of the option file or another group line is given. Option group names are not case sensitive, so here we have the the app underscore name. This is equivalent to the double hyphen app underscore name. And the command line, we have the app underscore name equal value. This is equivalent to the double hyphen app underscore name equal value on the command line. In an option file, you can have spaces around the equal character, something that is not true on the command line. The value optionally can be enclosed within single quotation marks or double quotation mark, which is useful if the value contains a number sign common character. Leading and trailing spaces are automatically deleted from the option names and values. You can use the escape sequences, so we have the \b, \t, and r. We have two backslashes and then the \s. And option values to represent the backspace, tab, new line, carriage, return, backslash, and space characters, and option files. These escaping rules apply. A backslash followed by a valid escape sequence character is converted to the character represented by the sequence. For example, the \s is converted to a space. A backslash not followed by a valid escape sequence character remains unchanged. For example, the \s is retained as s. The preceding rules mean that a literal backslash can be given as double backslash or just as a backslash if it is not followed by a valid space escape sequence character. The rules for escape sequences and option files differ slightly from the rules for escape sequences and string literals and SQL statements. In the latter context, if x is not valid escape sequence character, \x becomes just x rather than \x. So we can check out the strings literals. The escaping rules for option file values are especially pertinent for the Windows path names. We use the \/ as a path name separator. A separator in a Windows path name must be written as a double \/ if it is followed by an escape sequence character. It can be written as a double \/ or just \/ if it is not. Alternatively, the forward slash may be used in Windows path names and it is treated as the \/ Suppose that you want to specify a base directory in the Windows, so we have the C program file, MySQL, and an option file. This can be done in several ways. Some examples. So if you wanna try this out, so we can go into our, not into our command prompt, or well, yeah, but you have to log in with your MySQL credentials, but we already have it open here. We already log in with our MySQL credentials. So what we need to do is just pretty much we can just type it in, I guess. So we can just base, let me see, it's gonna be base directory =, and it's gonna be uppercase C \, and then it's gonna be program \s files, let me see, double forward slash MySQL /s, then it's gonna be server /s, and then it's gonna be 8.0. So let's try it out, and as you can see, it sends us here. So connection ID 9, current user ID is the root localhost, SSL is the cipher, we have the use in the delimiter, the server version, the protocol version, the connection. So I have this port that is the 3306. We're using the hexadecimal. So that's fine. So this was just an example. You could just copy it, just grab it like this, and Control C to copy and Control V to paste it. So if an option group name is the same as the program name, options and the group apply specifically to that program. For example, the inside brackets MySQL and inside brackets MySQL groups apply to the MySQL server and the MySQL client program respectively. The client inside brackets option group is read by all client programs provided in MySQL distributions, but not by MySQL. To understand how third-party client programs that use the C API can use option files, see the the C API documentation at MySQL underscore options and then open close parentheses. The client inside the brackets group enables you to specify options that apply to all clients. For example, this client is the appropriate group to use to specify the password for connecting to the server, but make sure that the option file is accessible only by yourself so that other people cannot discover your password. Be sure not to put an option in the client group unless it is recognized by all client programs that you use. Programs that do not understand the option quit after displaying an error message if you try to run them. List more general options group first and more specific groups later. For example, a client group is more general because it is read by all client programs, whereas a MySQL dump group is read only by the MySQL dump. Options specify later override options specify earlier, so putting the option groups in the other client MySQL dump enables MySQL dump specific options to override the client options. And this is an example. So we have here the client, we have the port is 3306, we have the socket, the /tmp/mysql.socket, and as you can see here, I also have the TCP port. What else do we have here? Okay, so it only give us the current user, the connection, the server, the database, and the client. Okay, so MySQLD again is give us the port, the socket, the key underscore buffer underscore size, and then they give us the MySQL dump that is quick. Here's a typical user option file. This is the client. The following password is sent to all standard MySQL clients. So the password, then we have the no auto rehash connect underscore timeout to create option groups to be read only by MySQLD server from a specific MySQL release series. Use groups with names of MySQLD-5.7, MySQLD-8.0, and so forth. The following group indicates that MySQLD mode setting should be used only by MySQL server with 8.0.x versions number, so higher than the 8.0.0. So we have that, the MySQLD-8.0, and then SQL underscore mode and set to traditional. And then we have the option files inclusions. So let me see. It is possible to use the include directives and option files to include other options files, and the include directory to search specific directories for option files. For example, to include the /home/mydir/myapp.cnf file, use the following directive. So we're using this exclamation mark and then include and then pretty much this path. To search the home, pretty much this path directory and read option files found there, use this directory. So we're using the exclamation mark, include directory, and then the home/mydir. MySQL makes no guarantees about the order in which options files in the directory are read, so any files to be found included using the include directory, the exclamation include directory on Unix operating system must have file names ending in .cnf. So on Windows, this directive checks for files with the .ini or .cnf extension. So we have that and a couple more of those examples.